Greyhounds football team. Welcome.
Thanks for having me, Randy.
Yes. So let's talk about this amazing season that Atascadero's had.
It's been a lot of fun. I'd probably be lying if I told you we thought we'd be where we're at right now at the beginning of the season, especially after the first few games. But the kids have kind of bought into the process and slowly gotten better every week, and we seem to be peaking at the right time.
And that's exactly kind of what I was thinking. It's like the beginning of the year is like, Atascadero's, not looking,
Yeah.
but then it's just like the dial was changed, and then it's been a barn burner every single week.
Yeah, it's been a very rewarding season for sure, but we've putting ourselves in a lot of stressful situations too. So you can always appreciate those nice, easy wins, but everything has been tight, and that's probably what's going to make it more memorable in the end for sure.
So we have the 40-year anniversary of Coach Welsh's CIF championship.
Yeah.
We have league champions.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. And hopefully we can add state champions to that title of the year.
That would be nice. That's the goal for sure. Everybody says it, but only a few get a chance to do it. And so as long as we're here, might as well take care of business.
So let's talk about your coaching staff. So you have Sam DeRose, right? Dan Loney,
yeah.
What are some of the other coaches that you have?
Rob and Paul Teixeira, Rob Ellithorpe, Everett Cooper, my son, Bob Ryan, probably forgetting someone else here, Wesley Cooper, my nephew. I think that's it. Oh, Steve Knuckles. Steve Knuckles also.
Okay.
A lot of Greyhounds in there. A couple of Pirates from Morro Bay too. But,
right.
So it's a great staff, and it's really, if you look at Dan and Sam, it's kind of been the difference, that the adjustments that they've made during the week and the adjustments they've made at halftime. They've kind of turned a few games around for us. So they're definitely the motor that makes things go.
Because Coach DeRose was my coach when I played, a couple years ago, and then Loney, obviously has a lot of, football under his belt, went to Cal Poly, then went on to the San Jose SaberCats, and then head coach, Templeton, Paso, and then back to Atascadero, back to his alumni.
That was a big pickup for us. It was kind of depressing in the first place when he left for Templeton, but he did his little run in Templeton and a little bit in Paso, and then we finally found a job for him. So that was a big pickup for us for sure.
Yeah, no, Dan's a great guy. And, like I said, the coaching staff, everybody that you talked about, it's and I coach with my boys too, and, family. And it's like, there's something about that, it's as a dad, it's like, okay, so I coached him, got to watch him play. Now he's helping me coach. And now you guys get to celebrate this phenomenal year together. The memories are awesome.
Going to last a lifetime. Yeah, it's pretty darn cool. I've had all of my boys be in the program in some capacity or other, including my youngest son, which is a junior now. So pretty darn cool.
Awesome. So let's talk about some of the players. Let's talk about, the Cook's legacy has been for how many years?
The Cook's name at Atascadero High School it goes back a ways for sure.
Oh my goodness.
Plenty of relatives. They come in with a lot of pressure. I'm sure they hear it from every family gathering they have, but they've produced every step of the way. They are very complimentary of each other in the sense that they're kind of different running styles, and the fact that, we can run some option with them and be a little bit more deceptive because we've got a pretty good running quarterback. That's made us fairly potent.
Because Kane's averaging 125 yards a game.
I think that's Trey.
Trey. I'm sorry. Trey. Kane's the 11th. He's 11th.
Kane is a junior, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Trey's a senior.
So, and Trey's the quarterback.
No, Kane is the quarterback. Trey's the running back.
Yeah.
So,
but together, they're a powerhouse.
They are a powerhouse. I think,
you guys, go ahead.
I think Kane just went over 1,000 yards rushing on the season for this last game.
Wow.
And then Trey had been over for a while, so it's a pretty good 1-2 punch.
So your offensive line, is it the traditional Atascadero beef that?
Yeah, they're pretty big. Spent a lot of time in the weight room. We had 3 sophomores that started last year for us, and they're juniors now, and the senior that started with them last year is back. So we had 4 returning offensive linemen. We just needed to find one to plug in, and probably they're the unsung heroes of this season turnaround, just because they're the unit that probably had the most improvement in those first 3, 4, or 5 weeks, that kind of started building some momentum for us.
And then you have a pretty big roster too, right?
We during the regular season we were about 36, 37.
And are they seniors, juniors? What's their makeup?
It's a pretty even makeup. I think we have about 5 or 6 sophomores up, and then kind of evenly between juniors and seniors.
Nice. And so beat PV for the championship, and then you went on to play
Calusa.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Calusa was last week.
Right.
And did you expect that? I mean, that you guys stomped them.
Yeah, I don't think I expected that. I think we handled the rain a little better than they did.
And that was their home turf.
That was their home turf, and it really, I don't think the footing was not an issue for anybody. I mean, there were a few slips, but nothing more than you'd see on any field. We did a better job of handling the ball. They had quite a few plays that they flubbed by missing a handoff or something. We'd only had 1 turnover, but there's a few times that they turned over on downs just because they couldn't get the snap off. So,
And so now we fast forward to this weekend against San Gabriel. So tell me a little bit about San Gabriel.
Well, we're still planning in the planning stages, trying to figure things out. But they were I think 2nd or 3rd place team in their league, and they're kind of like us, where they got in a division where if they had won a few more games, they probably would have been higher up. But they're a running team that can throw the ball. So we've faced a few teams that we knew we were going to face a strong running game, but we weren't so convinced that they could throw very well or extremely well. And this group does both. So and defensively, they're just sound. They're one of those SoCal teams that are going to probably give up a few points, but they're going to make plays. So we've got to protect the football and not give it away.
So who do you think the matchups are? Who do you think the key matchups?
I think, for us defensively, they've got a pretty shifty tailback, seems to have pretty good speed. And so if we can kind of slow him down, he's kind of the focal point of their offense. I think the goal would be to force them to throw, even though we know they can throw a little bit. But if we can slow that tailback down, I think we've got a pretty good chance. And then it's always on offense. It's always going to start with the big boys. And if we can, get a little push up front and get Trey and Kane going in the backfield, that opens everything up, including the passing game. So
awesome. Well, like I said, we're excited to come and watch and cheer you guys on.
Thank you.
And speaking of that, I mean, you guys are going to have a packed house.
I sure hope so. Get out there and get your tickets. I think it opens up today or tomorrow. So there's some links out there you can use. GoFan or GoFan.co. That's the only place you can get tickets. So there's no cash at the door. So
so you got to get your tickets beforehand.
Get your tickets, leave it on your phone, and you just flash your phone when you walk in, I think.
And I mean, the stadium, Tascadero has a pretty big stadium, and, past history, Tascadero, Paso games, stuff like that. There's people are on the hill, mountain and the trees, on the fences. And
I anticipate it being big. I sure hope so. That'd be real nice.
Awesome. Right. Well, Vic, can't wait.
Thank you.
Congratulations on an awesome season.
Thanks for having me.
Good luck this weekend. And like I said, let's bring home that title to the North County.
We'll do our best.
Awesome. Thanks again.
Thanks, man.
There you have it, guys. Make sure you guys go out there and support the Tascadero Greyhounds this Saturday night while they take on San Gabriel for the state championships. Guys, thanks again for tuning in to What's Up North County. Thanking our sponsors, Pillar Real Estate and Rancho Sestero Meat Cutting, Wine Travelers Hideaway, Escalar Wines, and 805 Customs. Guys, thanks again. We'll see you next time.